He threw his dog in the sea, but what the dolphin did was amazing. Unfortunately, in many countries, dogs are not considered family members or even pets. The homeless roam the streets and never get any help, and those with homes are sometimes abused and neglected. One dog in Wuhan, China, was not treated kindly. She never had a loving family to call her own. Instead, she had a cruel master who betrayed her trust and did the unthinkable. The old man brought her to the sea and threw her into the water. To make matters worse, the dog was a young mother and had only recently given birth to a litter of puppies. The man also brought the puppies there, but left them in a pile nearby. Mommy Dog was so scared when he threw her into the sea, and all she could think about was how she would get back to her kids. Fortunately, there were witnesses, and the Wuhan Rescue Service was contacted. They rushed to the scene, rescued the mother dog from the water, and gathered the puppies. Luckily, the mother dog was unharmed, as were her children. The rescue reunited the mother with her puppies and brought them all to a safe place where they will receive a lot of love and care. This mother dog will never have to worry about being abused and abandoned again. On Marco Island, Florida, a group of dolphins came to the aid of a lost dog that had fallen into a canal and couldn't get out. The dolphins made so much noise it attracted the attention of people living nearby, who then rescued the dog. The dog was believed to have spent 15 hours in the canal water before he was pulled out by fire personnel and reunited with his owner. One of the people whose attention was captured by the noisy demonstrative dolphins said they were really putting up a ruckus, almost beaching themselves on the sandbar over there. If it wasn't for the dolphin, I would have never seen the dog. He also said if the dolphins hadn't persisted enough to get their attention, the dog would have died in the canal. The dog had fallen over the edge of a concrete wall into the water far enough that it had no chance of getting back up by itself. The dog was exhausted from being in the cold water for hours and most likely suffering from hypothermia. Dolphins have been known to sometimes help stranded or injured people as well. In 2007, a pod of dolphins formed a ring around a surfer who was injured and bleeding after being bitten by a great white shark. The surfers survived because they prevented further bites. No one knows exactly why dolphins have intervened in such emergency situations and helped save the lives of other species. Suffice to say that they're capable of empathy and heroic actions. This unlikely pairing proves that dogs are more than just a man's best friend. A playful pooch was filmed paddling along the Bahamas with a dolphin by its side. Footage shows the unlikely duo weaving around each other and happily splashing around. While the little black dog uses its paws and tail to steer itself through the crystal clear waters, the dolphin boasts more speed and strength of its flippers. The incredible video showing the interspecies bonding was filmed by Adam Dreflin while he was out running a boat tour, and it was his dog Bella, a small shipwreck, who took the plunge with the dolphin. The dolphin ducks and dives around little Bella, who spins around in excitement before the camera cuts off. The video, filmed last spring, has been watched more than 4,000 times on Instagram and has done the rounds on YouTube as well. Many viewers have deemed the rare encounter amazing and cute. One fan added, "I can look at them endlessly." It's not the first time a dog and dolphin have been seen swimming together. In 2015, a canine was spotted swimming with a pod of dolphins in Australia, and earlier this year, a golden retriever was seen playing in the shallows of Rockingham Beach in Perth with its flippered friend. According to Professor Lars Bedster from the Murdoch University Cetacean Research Unit, the rare sighting of the dolphin in the shallows suggested it was hunting for fish. He added that relationships and ways bottlenose dolphins interact with other animals remains unknown. There's unique bond between dogs and dolphins. Here's a pooch with a porpoise. A dolphin carcass washed up on Rockaway Beach Saturday morning, and a blind pit bull Shar-Pei mix rushed to help the fallen sea creature, its owner told the Post. "He's a very special dog, and he's very sensitive," owner Frankie Gonzalez said of the 11-year-old dog named Ollie. "I think there's something innate in his character." The two were strolling along the Queens Beach around 9 a.m. when they came upon the doomed dolphin. "It had marks on its back like it was hit by a boat or something," Gonzalez said. Immediately, Ollie, as if drawn by some ancient mammalian kinship, tried to get as close as he could to the expired cetacean. His owner said he got about 6 to 8 feet away, but Gonzalez held him back so as not to interfere with authorities called to the scene. Officials did not immediately identify the species of dolphin. Ollie was suffering from a slew of health problems when Gonzalez adopted him 3 years ago. Along with a severe allergy to food a previous foster owner gave him, he suffered from glaucoma and ultimately needed both eyes removed. But the health woes never dampened his kindly spirit. Ollie loves the water and spends so much time near it that locals have dubbed him the beach dog, Gonzalez said. Over time, Ollie earned himself celebrity status, and Gonzalez set up an Instagram page for him. One of the police officers got on his Instagram because he was impressed at the way the dog was acting, Gonzalez said. Eventually, the police officer started playing with him. What this dog did was incredible. A little dog named Leah saved this baby dolphin's life when she discovered him stranded on a beach in Wales earlier this month. Her human uploaded a video of the rescue to YouTube, explaining, "I was taking photos of the fantastic scenery when I heard my dog barking at me from further down the beach. Clearly, she had found something." Coming closer, he realized that Leah had found a baby dolphin or maybe a baby porpoise stuck on the sand. This Good Samaritan carefully and gently guided the baby back into the ocean, all while recording the rescue on video. "I stayed at the site for a while after to make sure he didn't come back. I spoke to the Coast Guard once I had signaled, and they reported it to the science team. I think the little guy was lucky, as there was nobody around for miles," the rescuer posted on YouTube. He nicknamed the baby dolphin Buddy and snapped a photo once he was safely off and swimming again. Of course, the real hero of the day was Leah, who noticed another animal in need and got her human's attention. "If it wasn't for my dog barking at me, I would have missed him too," he wrote on YouTube. "Good job, girl." It seems this was an incredible friendship. Humans have been delighted by dolphins long before Flipper made them cool. Thankfully, the feeling seems to be reciprocal, as dolphins appear to be equally interested in not just us, but our furry best friends as well. While meeting between dogs and dolphins are undeniably rare, at least outside captivity anyway, this video shows just how playful the interactions can get when they do occur. Filmed by a 31-year-old Anastasia Vinikova on a beach near Opuk, Cape Kermia, the video shows a small pod of dolphins making its way close to the beach, where they meet Vinikova's 2-year-old dog, Patrick. While the dolphins appear to be delighted by the encounter, swimming in tight circles and keeping the pupper in view, Patrick seems to be out of his mind with joy, engaging in a spirited game of chase-up and down the beach. In addition to a well-earned reputation as man's best friend, dogs have been long known for their interest in other animals. Even cats have been known to sidle outside their own species for a little playtime. But that's all furry, land-based fun. Why would dogs and dolphins appear to be so interested in one another, despite being so different? Turns out those big differences might just be the reason. When they come across something novel, they want to check it out, Professor Lars said from the Murdoch University Cetacean Research Unit, when asked about a similar interaction back in 2017. Dolphins and dogs are both intelligent, curious animals. So when they're confronted with something that they might never have seen before, that curiosity takes over. And when the new thing you're looking at turns out to be a fun thing you're looking at too, a little playtime might just be in order. This is something that doesn't happen every day. Dolphins are consistently the world's most selfless animals. Videos of dolphins never fail to amuse viewers, despite the fact that most people are not familiar with this aquatic mammal. A video of a dolphin rescuing and reboarding a stranded dog has gone viral on the internet. The footage was supposedly captured by the dog's owner and shows how the giant fish saved the life of a dog, who was definitely scared. The internet usually, but particularly now, can be filled with a lot of crappy stuff. But you know what you can also find is the labyrinth, dog photos. And what's better than dog photos? A photo of a dog and a dolphin hanging out, smooching, just having fun, pandemic be damned. Since 2021 feels a hell of a lot like 2020 anyway, A viral photo of a golden retriever leaning over to lick a dolphin's nose from last year is doing the rounds once again. And because it's the only good part of my week, I felt that needed to be shared with you. While this viral moment first garnered more than 1 million likes last June, a Twitter user reshared it this week because honestly the world is a bleak place and it needs more cute animal content. That's also probably why the photo went viral, gaining over 1.3 million likes on Twitter at the time of this writing. The virality seems to be a testament to the fact that we could all probably use a big scoop of energy in our lives. But what makes this paw-adorable moment even more heartwarming is that this playful golden retriever and dolphin have been best friends for years. Gunner, the 7-year-old golden retriever in the photo, and Delta, the 10-year-old dolphin, have been inseparable ever since the former floof was about 8 years old. Dogs are known to be extremely friendly creatures who will vibe with almost any animal, from ducks to pigs to even tigers. But Gunner struck a special friendship with Delta, a dolphin at Florida's Dolphin Research Center, where Marie Blanton, Gunner's human and others' best friend, worked for about a decade. From the very first moment he met the dolphins, he was calm around them and very curious. Blanton told Evening Standard, Delta, who was a playful 4-year-old at the time, was especially interested in him as well. Now that he's a little older, I tend to bring him in less, but still once every few months. Like most of us, braving this seemingly endless self-isolation would understand you don't have to meet your friends often to forge an inseparable bond. And like most of us when meeting our friends after lockdown, Gunner evidently makes sure he slathers Delta with all his slobbery love. I think this is my cue to finally get a dog. If you can't get enough of Gunner and Delta too, they aren't the only dog-dolphin pair killing it on the internet. You can also spend some minutes checking out Kevin, another golden retriever from Florida, and Winter, an adorable dolphin at the Clearwater Marine Aquarium. They met over FaceTime last year. How modern. Science says that watching cute animal videos induces the same chemical response in your brain as cocaine. According to experts, staring at cute things like a dog gently nuzzling a dolphin activates the amygdala, an area of the brain that experiences emotions and in turn enhances other cognitive systems. That means just looking at a dog getting a haircut or tumbling down a slide can give you your daily dopamine rush. The best thing is that it is not just a fleeting moment of joy, it may even do a little brain healing. In response to the photo's first round of viral fame, the Dolphin Research Center posted videos of Gunner and Delta meeting as an 8-week-old pup and a 4-year-old dolphin, along with an updated photo of them together in 2020. Everything about this story is absolutely delightful, and it would give us 300 more days of exactly this. 2021 might turn out to be okay after all. Delta, who was a playful 4-year-old at the time, was especially interested in him as well. Now that he's a little bit older, I tend to bring him less, but still once every few months. The Dolphin Research Center told Newsweek Gunner and Delta are doing great. They see each other fairly regularly when Gunner's mom, Marie, brings him into work for the day. She's one of our 4 trainers here at Dolphin Research Center. Sometimes Gunner's sister, Wrigley, also comes in to say hello and make friends with the dolphins. Dogs have been shown to be especially friendly around dolphins they meet in the wild, almost as if they consider them kindred spirits who just happen to live in the ocean. But as magical as some of their interactions have been in the past, our canine companions do have a line their dolphin buddies dare not cross. Don't mess with their humans. A girl swimming off the coast of Galway, Ireland, recently had a rather unpleasant encounter with the region's most disgruntled locals. Dusty the dolphin, as she is sometimes called, has garnered a reputation in recent years for hanging out near popular beaches, where she's known to occasionally ram into beachgoers. Nobody is really sure why Dusty gets aggressive, but swimmers have been warned to keep their distance if they see her approaching. Apparently, this young lady didn't get the message. It's unclear from the footage above if the swimmer may have done something to provoke the dolphin, but her pet wasn't about to take any chances. As she scampers away back to the sand, frazzled by the rude bump, the fearless dog is seen coming to her defense. That was enough. apparently to send Dusty to take her aggressive attitude elsewhere. Since Dusty, who's also known as Sandy, began first frequenting beaches in the area 14 years ago, she's been implicated in a number of painful rammings on swimmers. Fortunately, folks in the area still consider her to be a beloved character and don't hold the behavior against her. It's hard to know what's going through Dusty's mind. Is she protecting herself? Does she feel threatened? Simon Barrow from the Irish Whale and Dolphin Water Group told The Independent, "People do need to be aware that she is a wild animal and unpredictable, and to respect that. When you do see the warning signs, do leave the water straight away, with no messing around, as she is a wild animal." The kind of goodness what made our world better. It's always touching and heartwarming when people step in to help an animal in need, especially when it's wildlife that people may not be too familiar with. For instance, it's common for people to save dogs and cats, but some people don't quite see it in the same way when it's a different animal. There are too many cases of humans encountering wild animals and hurting them instead of helping them. People abuse this sea turtle who came onto shore, and there have been instances of animals like swans and dolphins dying after animals find them and pause for photo opportunities rather than helping the animals in need. However, there are always more good people than bad, and there's many people that step in to help wildlife. 2 months ago, local residents saved a beached whale in Trinidad, and more recently, locals came together in Dublin to help a dolphin. Our best furry friends make us smile all the time with their antics. Sometimes they take us by surprise. Maybe we assume that we're their best friends too. People are more perplexed than ever. These creatures don't usually encounter one another, and certainly never in the wild. How do they each know the other isn't dangerous? Of course, there's no way of knowing for sure what these animals are thinking, or how they approach their encounters. While some dogs and dolphins stay at least a little cautious around the other, one owner caught on camera what one would only expect to see in the movies, a dog surfing on a dolphin. What's the weirdest thing your dog's ever done? Would you trust your dog to get into the water with a dolphin? Let us know in the comments.